Chiron, who is the wounded healer, dipped into Aries for part of 2018 between April and September, and in February of 2019, but now it will remain in Aries until March the 12th, 2026. Chiron's passage through Aries will push each of us to claim who we are, giving us the opportunity to heal what is standing in the way of expressing our true identity. I am presence. So in order to heal, we must become aware of the wounds. The myth of Chiron begins with parental rejection. Check out his story online to know more. He was born a centaur, and his deformity drove his mother to abandon him. Orphaned for a time, he was then adopted by Apollo, who taught him the arts of healing, music, prophecy, and astrology. Through his rough beginning, he gained the wisdom to become a great teacher, master healer, and oracle. So without the initial wounds, the rejection by his mother, he would not have been set upon his path. So Chiron's story, at its heart, is about a positive response to this core wounds. Parental rejection is the wound that blocks many of us from the expression of the I am principle. With Chiron in Aries for the collective, we are invited to revisit and to heal these original wounds. The 3 years ahead are a period in which to embrace radical self-acceptance. But in order to do so, we will likely have to fight against opposing forces which come from inside of us, from the parts of our true nature that we have, to this point, refused to accept. So here are some questions for reflection. What passion have you been afraid to follow? What was a trait in you that your parents labelled as negative? How might this label continue to block you from following your passion? How can you reframe from this label as a strength? How can you use this strength to get where you want to go? The sign placement of our natal Chiron can tell us how we can transmute the wounds of rejection to become more fully ourselves. And transiting Chiron can tell us how this theme relates to our life today as it moves through our chart. Chiron in Aries reminds us that through our wounds we learn, we grow, we mature, and we step into a fuller version of ourselves. It is through healing these wounds that tend to make us whole again in a more awakened way. By transforming the old wounds, we can create a new way of living. Aries energy is fiery, independent, courageous, entrepreneurial, and daring. So it is natural this adventurous spirit would encounter wounds, mistakes, and hardships. By acknowledging the darkness can help us to ask the question, what's next? And perhaps when we imagine what is next, we can fill it with a bit of hope, a bit of laughter, and a bit of love. Although we are all wounded and bruised, we still deserve to live a beautiful life. We can still go on to find happiness and meaning in our lives. These next 3 years is a wonderful opportunity to welcome healing to all areas of our lives that are in need. Remember this one thing: we cannot feel grief if we haven't felt love. We cannot feel sadness if we don't know what true joy feels like. And we cannot succeed if we don't make mistakes. So learn from your lessons. Step back and go within to see what it is teaching, showing you. Live, love, and laugh every day, forgiving yourself and others for not knowing any better at the time. And most importantly, be grateful for the experience and appreciate all you have and what is to come. You are the creator, the master of your own destiny. So you've got to fight for the right to be you.